we started laying the groundwork for this record when I made Resolutions. Mitch Townsend, who played guitar and mandolin and lap steel.
Yeah, electric guitar, lap steel, mandolin.
I was like, hey, the next time you do this, you should really come out to California and work with my friend Andrew at this studio, Grandmaster.
Well, I work out of here. I came here years ago as an intern.
Really talking about the studio like it's a person. Andrew and the studio were the first two that were the idea was built around.
The console here at Grandmaster is a Neve 8028. It's one of 4 or 5. The jury's still out how many they made. It's either 4 or 5. And on a technical note, it's the last Class A console that Neve made, which in electronics speak just means it sounds awesome. And Neve as a company changed their mind after making these. They were too expensive to make, and so they decided to change a few things. Nothing, devastating, but it just made the ones like these really rare and really desirable.
I mean, Stevie Wonder wrote songs in the Key of Life here, and they made songs for the Deaf here, and The Color and the Shape. I mean, just awesome records. Tool recorded here.
Obviously, also, if he was going to come out here and make an album, it would be putting together a group of players that, are primarily people I know, people I've done stuff with in the past.
And so Mitch kind of introduced me to not only Andrew, but also to Dave Hidalgo, who plays drums.
Currently playing in Social Distortion.
To Bob Thompson, who plays bass.
He's an amazing bass player, the best that I've ever done stuff with. Played in a band called Big Drill Car for years.
To Bo Coster.
Bo plays keys in My Morning Jacket.
Joe Ginsberg also played upright bass. Scott from Frightened Rabbit sings on a song called The Shine. And then Mitch played guitar and lap steel, a bunch of other stuff. He also knew the Watson twins.
I think they're on 3 tunes.
Matt Skiba came and...
that was kind of a no-brainer as far as having that involved.
Mitch kind of facilitated getting everybody together, and then, Andrew and I essentially made the record with everyone.
We started about a month ago, and also we had one meeting where I finally met Dave, because he'd been on the road for months, and so we didn't even email or anything.
We started pre-production down at Hurley Studios in Costa Mesa. 3 weeks of tracking and mixing.
Because there's sort of a through line of what he's going through each song.
The concept behind it, it's not necessarily a concept record, but it's certainly a theme that runs through all the songs. It's a really inherently American thing to kind of devour everything in front of you. And it's something that I've got in me, it's something that most of my friends have in them. I think it's the reason why somebody like Tony Soprano was such a big hit. It's just this guy that goes through life without, sort of making up his own rules and just taking whatever he wants out of every situation. He's sort of like an extreme version of it, but, the idea that there's consequences to that, and it's sometimes a really great thing, and sometimes, you can be left with, I guess a flaming pile of rubble.
Dave and I were talking about this the other day, like everybody that ended up doing this album, from everyone playing on it to Andrew to the studio being available and all of that stuff, like everything just fell into place. We didn't have to go to any B ideas.
I thought that it was really possible between Mitchell and me to really make a record that Dave could be proud of.
It was like I got to make a rock and roll record in a rock and roll studio with people who know exactly how to play it. And that was like, just a total trip for me.